Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got.
All right, we have made it to the hotel. We have checked in. We're chilling in our room. We have a nice view of the pool. We're getting ready to go down to registration, which opened at like 3. It's 4-ish right now, so we're gonna go down there in a bit, get all that taken care of, and we're just kind of having a chill evening. We're both exhausted. Mom and I both have been up since like 4 in the morning Central Time, so it's over 12 hours awake now. And, you know, we got to try and stay up a little bit later if we can before we pass out, so we adjust to this time zone. But it's been a pretty good day so far. It was a good travel day, very chill. I finished Play to Win by Jodie Slaughter on the way here, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it like I have other Jodie Slaughters. It's a 3-star for me. This is the second chance at marriage. She wins the lottery, and he has to come home to sign the divorce papers, and it's him trying to win her back, which was like really cute. But it bordered on women's fiction, I would call it almost, versus full-on romance plot, and it missed some of the things I really love in Jodie Slaughter's books and writing for me. Like that was lacking overall, so I did that. Otherwise, I haven't really read much today. We unpacked the room. It's a mess right now. I'll show you the room later when I've tidied more, because I just sat on the bed for the last hour and a half and edited my video for tomorrow. But I'm going to meet Morgan, one of my friends, downstairs with my mom. We're going to go register, do all that. I'll update you with how all that process goes once we're done.
Show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around.
I just love that everything else is fine. It's just that's upside down. That's so funny.
Is there,
No.
what makes it a monster romance?
Okay, so monster romances are like the Ice Planet Barbarians.
Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, like he usually stays a monster. He's not
Oh, he stays a monster.
Yeah.
If Shrek didn't change,
Yes.
I'm just trying to understand all these.
The Morning Glory Milking Farm one
I don't know.
is a monster. He's a minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
I need to tell the group chat. Hold on, who wants to explain monster romance to my mom?
Okay, but I read so much romance, I don't know what's the difference? Do they have to stay a monster? What makes them a vampire's not a monster?
Monster adjacent.
A werewolf?
Monster adjacent.
In my world, that was a mummy.
That would be a monster.
Wow.
I'm waiting for the group chat to deliver. Somebody in my group chat will send a
They're
video
gonna
for you.
blow up, aren't they?
They're gonna love
Your
it.
mom's an idiot. She's had 2 wines and she's an idiot.
I'm gonna leave this audio in the vlog. I just don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you.
Okay, growing up, vampires were monsters to me.
Yeah, they are. They're not. I'm not saying they're not monsters. I'm saying, like, a monster romance is like.
Wait, not Mike and Sully. That's gross.
No, but like it is literally like I've read one where it's like a nightmare being, you know, like it's kind of incorporeal, like it's not
Then what are the ghost romances?
Paranormal. It goes past paranormal. So like Mothman. Like I fell in love with the Mothman. That's a monster romance.
Okay.
Dragons, I guess, are kind of monster adjacent.
There was one that Meredith read. It was a dragon one, and he had 2 penises.
Did she read Katie Robert?
Maybe that's
Was it The Dragon Bride?
Might have been.
Oh
and
my
she
god.
loved it.
It's really good.
She didn't know she had a thing for
It's really good.
for dragons with the penises. I thought I'd die laughing on that episode.
Yeah, yeah, that's monster. Demons, kind of monster adjacent usually.
They're adjacent.
Well, so paranormal is going to be your like witch wizard that, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
When I say adjacent, it just depends on how the author writes it. Thursday. It is not Wednesday. It's Thursday. We've officially transitioned to Pacific time, I feel like. A little better than we had been yesterday, at least. We went this morning over to Disney, like downtown Disney, walked around, did a little bit of shopping, and ate our lunch at Trader Sam's, which is one of our favorite spots to eat when we're at Disneyland. So we had lunch there, and then we Ubered back to the hotel. It was a very cheap Uber. Also, we had a couple drinks, so we needed to not walk far. So we did that, and we've been back in the room now. I've labeled my books, as you saw, so I'm like all prepped for tomorrow with my cart. My cart is prepped back there. And we're about to head down to the bookshop. I'm hoping to pick up a couple things, just a couple things. Like, we're gonna be good. We're only gonna pick up a couple books, hopefully. And maybe some merch from the Meet Cute Bookshop, because they have some really cute merch. So I may get one of their tote bags or a sweatshirt. I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna go down there and check that out. No updates yet on the swag bags. Yesterday, I don't remember if I said it or not, they didn't have swag bags in yet. And as of today, still haven't heard if they've come in. But that's okay. Like, I'm not super stressed about that. We have 2 days of events coming up, so like we'll get them tomorrow, I'm assuming. That has been the only snag so far as like an attendee that I have seen. So I think that's pretty damn impressive for a first year convention. But yeah, we did that today. We're exhausted. We're gonna order Jollibee tonight, I think, for delivery, and get some water and stuff in the room and just kind of like hang out tonight. Probably, honestly, sleep, be in bed by 9 again, just so we can get up and be ready to rock and roll tomorrow morning, because everything starts at like 8 a.m. But yeah, let's go check out the bookshop.
This is all we got, and I know you'll make a stay. Get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, make it change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make it change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. 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 Show me love. Show me life. Show me love.
It's Friday. We're getting ready to go down and get coffee because, like, essentials. We're also going to meet up with Esty and Morgan. I need to check that they're cool with their names in the vlog. I think they're fine with it, but it should be fine. I don't know. I opted for a cute dress today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But, yeah, I'm really excited. This morning is going to be the keynote about diversity and romance. And then we have panels and then lunch. And then we have time to go get our books and go down to the signing room. So I can't wait. My mom's gonna follow me around most of it, so that'll be fun. But that'll be good because she can help me with my books and juggling everything. And yeah, we're gonna go meet a bunch of authors today, meet a bunch of people. It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited. I will get you like a video today of the like registration area and some of that stuff to show, and then I'll also get videos of the rooms today or tomorrow for the event itself. Yeah, we slept good last night. We're just watching the tropical, well, currently a hurricane, but will be a tropical storm by the time it comes here, Hilary approach. So our Disney plans are shifting a little bit. We'll see what happens, what we can manage and not manage for that. But it's okay. We're gonna have a good time either way. We're gonna figure it out. Read a little bit more last night of Assistant to the Villain. I'm officially like past the prologue. I've only read like a couple pages of it, basically 15 pages of it basically, but I did really like the intro and I think it's really fun and silly so far, and I'm really excited to see where else it goes. I'm not carrying it with me today. I'll have my Kindle, but yeah, it's one of those ones where I was like, this will be interesting to see how it unfolds the rest of the way in the story. But we're gonna go get coffee and I will talk to y'all soon.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Hello, we have finished the morning activities. The keynote diversity and inclusion panel was fan-freaking-tastic. I skipped the first round of panels and ended up shopping instead. I picked up a couple things I'll show you later. Picked up our swag bags. They did come in at like 2 a.m. last night, so all of the volunteers and people doing this, like, I nothing but love because I cannot imagine. And then I went to the Fat Rep panel, which had like Julie Murphy, CeCe Monroe, and like a whole bunch of amazing authors on it. And I added a bunch of books to my TBR, but two, just am so glad I attended that panel. It was absolutely fantastic. Then we had lunch, which was good, and now we're getting ready to go line up for signings. I have set up my tote. I've got my books for the first room, my extra books, my purse. But we got that together. Mom's got her little tote with her like 4 books to get signed. So we're gonna head down and get in line. And it's just been a blast so far, honestly. I'm really, really happy and pleased with how well organized this event is.
I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts.
It is 9:30. I'm about to wash my face and pass out. That is where we're at right now. It was a wonderful first day of signings, great panels. I think I already talked about the panels, but I had a great time. Went and had dinner with friends, which was so fun in the bar. We had a blast. As far as authors go, I got to meet basically everyone but 4 authors that I wanted to meet today. I have a couple other authors on my list that I've not read that I would like to say hi to and get my tote signed by, so that's great. The signings tomorrow are from like 12 to 4, I think. Or 12:30 to, I don't know. It's a weird time. Or is it 2:30? I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head right now. I'm so tired. It is, like I said, 9:30 at night, 10:30 at home, or 11:30 at home. We're running on steam, literally, at this point. But yeah, so it was really good. It was great to meet all the authors I got to meet already. I'm really excited to see who else I meet tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll get to wander around more and like chat with random and new to me authors, so that'll be exciting. I really, honestly, I'm just thoroughly impressed right now with how well organized and put together Steamy Lit is. It has been so very, calm for the most part, honestly, as an event. Like, people are excited, don't get me wrong, but like nobody is like screaming or I don't know. It's just there's not like the same energy I've felt at a Polycon or even Book Bonanzas, so that's really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna pass out in bed and try and read something for a little bit, but who knows what. But yeah, I will update you in the morning when I'm more awake. Good morning. It's Saturday. It's 9:38. We skipped panels this morning. We were so tired. But we're getting ready to go down to the brunch, and the keynote was Satisfier, so we're excited for that. It's going to be a fun one, I'm sure. We, honestly, last night passed out pretty early. Gonna get the last few authors, mail stuff home. Hurricane Hilary is nearing. Just looks like mostly our Sunday at Disneyland's not gonna happen, and that's okay. We're gonna camp out in the hotel, read books, relax, do what we gotta do, you know, we'll be fine. But that right now is the plan. We're charging stuff today while we go down, so we have every device possible charged by tomorrow. But yeah, might go walk the vendors. I'm gonna try and get some video of the haul for y'all today for both signing rooms, and I don't know what's beeping. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I will talk to y'all very soon. But yeah, no big updates right now besides that.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free.
Good morning. It is 10:16 Sunday. Tropical storm, no longer Hurricane Hilary, is slowly inching in to the area. We are going to attempt Disneyland this afternoon and see how it goes. Right now it's literally just drizzling, and if it stays that way, we're going to be in great shape. But I'm about to go mail my last little stack of books. I'll show you those in a minute. The Queen's Ball was last night, and the closing remarks, it was fantastic. They did an amazing job. I'll have a whole breakdown at the end of the vlog of what I thought of Steamy Lit. But for now, my biggest report out is this is one of the best events I've attended. I think the energy here was perfection. It didn't have the same energy as other bookish events I've attended, and I really liked that part about it. And I think that really showed at the events we attended, and like at the dance and all that. It was so much fun. I danced with the girls, took pictures, we just hung out for a little bit, and then we all were exhausted and came back to the room. They had extra swag out on the tables to take if you wanted stuff. So they had extra toys, some books, like just all kinds of stuff. And nobody was being like greedy about it, if that makes sense. Like I had grabbed a couple things by the end because they were just left, and had they not have been, I wouldn't have taken them. But I just was like, oh, I can take a couple of these things, and like I have people I can give them to. But yeah, like I grabbed, I think, one book and 2 other toys that got left. So I was just like, cool. And an extra tote bag as well. I did grab an extra Steamy Lit tote bag because I wanted to have another dirty clothes bag for the trip. So far, I'm beyond thrilled just about how everything was organized. I just think they did a really good job. They took a lot of learnings from other events. But yeah, we're gonna go mail books and meet up with Esty and see about what time we want to head over towards Disneyland and give it a go in the drizzles. We'll see how it goes.
I've been waiting all my life for something. I've been down the darkest roads and up in the clouds, but I've always felt that something's missing. That was until I found you right
So we're back in the hotel room post Steamy Lit. Oh my god, not post Steamy Lit, post Disneyland. We went to Disneyland today. It was so fun. It was very wet, so I got the clips I got. Tomorrow you'll probably get actual like better stuff. But it just was like so rainy. But we are safe from the tropical storm. It's just raining a little bit more tonight and maybe a little windier than it was earlier today, but we ended up very soggy by the end, and we also had an earthquake apparently that we did not feel. So that's good. We missed the earthquake. But there was an earthquake, and we were on Smuggler's Run when it happened, I think. And then we walked into the food thing in Batu/Galaxy's Edge. And the lady was like, if you feel anything, there was an earthquake. And I was like, what? So we've just collected the natural disasters. What it feels like. But yeah, it was a really fun day at Disneyland. We just did a ton of rides. We focused on getting almost everything in Disneyland done. We have a handful of rides left, and we'll just be able to wander around in the sunshine tomorrow. We are headed to California Adventure in the morning to do some rides over there, and then we're gonna go back to Disneyland probably. Also California Adventure on Tuesday, but that's where we're at right now. I haven't really read much, so I have no updates for you. I did have a wonderful dinner tonight. We went down to the bar to eat after Disneyland. We wanted to get there's a tortilla soup here that's really good, so we wanted to get that because we were cold, and we ended up sitting with an author, Lindsay Hammeroff. I think that's her last name. This is her book cover. It comes out in February. And another person named Ashley. She is a Instagram person, and we all had dinner, and it was a really, really fun and engaging conversation. It was amazing, and that's honestly one of the highlights of Steamy Lit and events like this, is when you go places like the bar or that, and you end up sitting with people you wouldn't have maybe gotten to talk to otherwise, and making new friends. I love it. And I found out Ashley, who I sat with, reads manga too, and romance books. So I was just like, oh my god, we can talk romance. And then I went and requested Lindsay's book on NetGalley. But yeah, it was such a fun conversation. We basically were looking for a table, and Ashley was walking back to see if we could sit in the restaurant, if she could sit in the restaurant, but it was closed. And I was like, if we get a table, you can sit with us. Like, it's fine. Because more than likely it was going to be a 4-top, and it's just mom and I. So and then we were standing around watching for a table, and Lindsay was like, hey, you guys can sit with me. And we were like, really? Okay. And then, yeah, we all were here for Steamy Lit, so it was perfect. What a fun, just, I don't know, that doesn't happen at other events always, I feel like, and I love that it happened here. And I feel like I had a lot of interactions like that here, where I just like started talking to people because they were at the event, and everybody was just so nice and just ready to talk about romance in really fun and engaging ways. So I left that conversation with a lot of book recs. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Lindsay's book. I'm excited to DM Ashley and talk about manga with her. What a good time. But yeah, that was our day today. It was just a whirlwind of a day at the end of the day. So I will take you along tomorrow while we do Disneyland.
Better, oh yeah. Before you I was just a shell, so stuck in the dark. You came into my life and started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky. Oh, there's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect Baby, don't say you don't believe in me, 'cause you know, and
Those regions of ragtime, those monarchs of melody. Put your hands together for the one, the only, Starkettes!
Good morning. It is Wednesday. I am flying home today from California. Obviously I'm a horse. Yeah. I don't know if it's the dry air or other things. Don't worry. Your girl has a mask and does mask on the planes. It's very likely I'm coming home from Steamy Lit with other things, but we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. I am basically packed up. I have some medicine to take for me on the flight. I took NyQuil last night and that helped a lot. Like, I slept a lot better. What a wonderful week. What a wonderful week. I do have, I've seen some good and valid critiques of Steamy Lit Con also. So we'll talk about those more when I'm home and not feeling as gross. And Disneyland was really fun. By the last day, I was just wore out. I got clips, but I also just enjoyed the trip as much as I could. Don't have any other big updates for y'all right now. I will, like I said, we'll tack on at the end of this me chatting about Steamy Lit and the event itself. Otherwise, I'm just excited to go to my own bed, to be honest. I'm really, really, really excited for my own bed. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish packing up. I don't need to leave for the airport until about 10 o'clock. It's 8:16 right now, so I'm probably gonna just lay here and listen to an audiobook for the Amazing Readathon because I'm currently behind on that. And yeah, I didn't do a ton of reading. Unsurprising. Update y'all when I get home. We're gonna go get on this plane and sleep. Honestly, I feel like I have not slept great all week just from the hotel. It's just been especially noisy with the new convention happening. This group is much louder than our group was. So, talk to y'all in a little bit. Okay, I'm back because I read a book. My hair clips don't match, and it's fine because I just sent the clear one flying. I read I'm Kinda Chubby and I'm Your Hero Volume 2. So I finished this series. This is the final volume. This was really cute. I do think it was a solid conclusion. I just picked it up because I brought 2 manga and a physical book and didn't read either one. So I was I'll feel a little better when I get home if I've read one of them. But yeah, I really like this. I think this is a solid conclusion to the story. I'm giving it a solid 4. Both volumes are 4, so they're really fun, really cute. They tell a fun story, and I'm glad I read them. I'm a little sad there are only 2 volumes though, so I feel like that kind of knocks them down a little bit for the rating, but I'm literally going to I'm going to pack my camera up, so I'm about to disassemble everything on here, and I'm going to zip up my carry-on, and we are going to the phone for any more footage today, and I will talk to y'all in the morning about everything I read on my flights. My mom just called to let me know because she made it to Salt Lake how her morning went, and it sounded like it went pretty well. So I'm excited to get to the airport and eat something and take some more medicine right before my next flight. So I'll talk to y'all soon.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap motel with our clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here. And we've been flying high. Are we going too far? I got no cash left and I'm losing my job over you. But I don't care about that. But I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. Yeah, 'cause no one knows if we're just jumping out the window, try to cling on to it. You got me holding on to something I know I can't burn me down, but I don't care about it, 'cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. I've been chasing you like the tail of a dog. I don't get no sleep when we kiss in the dark like we do. I just love the way it feels. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist. When I look in
It is Friday. I got home Wednesday night from Steamy Lit, and I need to wrap up this vlog and talk to you because, one, I didn't come back because I basically was hoarse all day Wednesday and was sick. I do not have COVID. I tested, but I definitely got a cold or something at the event, which is unsurprising. It is what it is. Hopefully anyone who did catch COVID is doing okay. I hate that so much. But Steamy Lit is over. Things have come out from after the event now. And I wanted to give you like a little update on my feelings and where I'm sitting. So obviously any apologies and things that have been posted are not mine to accept. I'm not part of the groups that have been harmed necessarily. The closest I get is the fact that like I'm very uncomfortable with one of the authors that was on the disabled author panel. Oh, there's a piece. Because technically my ADHD is a disability. So there's that, right? That's the only panel that I feel like I have a little bit of like, what? I did only attend the keynotes and one panel at the event because of how everything was structured. I really struggled with feeling like I had time to attend the panels. I do think that for the most part, the topics of the panels for Steamy Lit were really good. Way better comparatively than other events I've attended. So there's that. There is that. But as I say that, that doesn't mean that the lack of diversity on some of these panels was okay. I only attended the two keynotes. So the first keynote was about diversity and inclusion in books and your content, which I thought was fantastic. It gave me some really welcome reminders of the things I try to do here on my channel and how much better I want to be about it and how much of a process it is to continuously read diversely and continue to promote authors that don't look like me. But also, I attended the Fat Rep panel, and that did not have any people of color on it. Unfortunately, I wish there was. I was actually surprised when I went to the panel because I didn't like look at the list ahead of time that there were no authors of color. I honestly didn't realize. Like, I hadn't looked, so I had no idea. And I was like kind of disappointed in that fact. Like, I noticed it in the moment, and I was like, that's strange. There's plenty of plus size or fat, which we're not using in a negative term here. I'm a small fat, like, it's not a bad word, y'all. On that panel, like, it was just kind of weird because there were plenty of authors in attendance, I think, that would have been happy to speak on it. I was torn between that panel, the mental illness, and I think that was also when the disability panel was. Like, there were like 3 panels back to back that I was like, I don't know what to attend. So I just kind of picked one. And then I heard about the disability panel in which April White, who is not disabled, writes books about disabled people because it's her family's experience. I don't know. I think that's interesting. I'm not sure what I think of that. And then I also didn't attend any panels on Saturday morning because I just, again, the time stuff felt too tight and crunchy. Like, I would have preferred, honestly, either like 2 panel times on Saturday or like I just would have liked it stretched out a little more, just a little bit more. There were a lot of gaps in the evenings, which was good, but also like at times bad. I don't know how else to explain it. It helps because I was staying at the hotel though. So I know Saturday's panel made some people uncomfortable, probably the keynote, because it was about sexuality and stuff, but also I know a lot of people had to bolt to go rebook their flights because of the tropical storm. You know, it was a whole thing. But I am going to have a whole breakdown in Romancelandia for you. So far, I still think for our first year, Steamy Lit did a really good job at, for the most part, handling the event and covering topics that make a lot of people uncomfortable, honestly. But I do think, again, there's always room for improvement, and it sounds like they're taking a lot of this into consideration and improving it for next year. I also do want to note, like, when you openly make something, and this isn't a bad thing, but when you say this is going to be about diversity and inclusion, the spotlight you get put on you is much bigger. And that's okay. Like, that's not like a criticism. I'm just saying, like, I do feel like that leads to a much bigger spotlight on you and a lot more room for critique, which is not a bad thing always. So I just kind of kept that in mind. I think, like I said, for our first year, They did a pretty dang good job. I would love to see more diversity next year, more authors I love attending. Like, I was just so happy because I got to meet a lot of authors that I wouldn't have gotten to meet otherwise, like N.G. Peltier, Maria Maravilla, oh my god, Olivia Dade. Like, there were quite a few attending that I was like, this is amazing. I don't know another time I would get to meet them. So I did appreciate that. I thought our swag bags were really great. I was really impressed with the swag bag selection. And overall, I think it just was a fun time. I met so many amazing people. But yeah, that's this vlog. I'm not gonna talk about any of the books I read on my flight home. Actually, no, I am. I did talk to you about this already. Actually, I take that back. I did talk about this already. So I'm not going to talk to you about anything specifically. Otherwise, like I said, we're going to do a little deep dive in Romancelandia. And I still have my schedule, and I think I still have who's on all the panels. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in Romancelandia. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I don't think this turned out as long as I thought it was going to be, but part of it was because like my throat started to hurt on Monday, so I just kept my talking like to a minimum. I also talked so much over this last week, way more than I do in my day-to-day life, so I think that kind of did me in a little bit. I'm feeling a lot better today. Like I said, I'm COVID negative right now. I'm going to continue testing and monitoring. I'm masking. Obviously, I've masked since I, like traveling. I did all the did all the things. So if you have any questions specifically about Steamy Lit, leave them down below for me. I will address them, like I said, in Romancelandia. If you have any of the books you saw I hauled that you think I should get to ASAP, let me know in the comments. And if you don't want to do any of that, leave me a sparkle emoji. Give me a sparkle, a star, one of those. And I will have links to everything down below, as well as links to be a friend anywhere on the internet. And I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
All I know is that I could go anywhere, as long as you're with me. Oh, I'm drunk and I know it, but I got you close.